Hey, what's up you guys? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to change the hydraulic filter on my brand new 7040 RC T-Series Cardinal Mule. Now, if you guys have changed the oil on just about anything or changed a hydraulic filter for that matter on anything, this is going to be a really easy job for you. You can probably skip right over this video. But for those of you who haven't, I realize that this machine's not real common. It's built by a bunch of Amish out of Kentucky. There's not a lot of videos out there on how to maintenance these things. So I thought I'd throw this video up to help anybody who might need it. This thing is an absolute beast. I love it. I'm in the first handful of hours here, my new Mule. If you guys haven't, go over and check out my full review on this machine, Cardinal Mule. I'm doing that in a separate video. I'm going to try and avoid doing a full-blown review of the machine in this video and just get to the point. But this thing is awesome and I love it so far. Now, the service manual recommends that you change the hydraulic filter in the first 5 hours of operation in this machine. So Cardinal went ahead and actually sent the filter and a pair of gloves that you need to get this job done, as you'll need to do it in the first 5 hours. You'll also see that Cardinal sent this nice user manual in a binder that came delivered with the machine. And if we open it up to page 10 of this manual, you can see the instructions right here. It says, check all parts, including but not limited to bolts, welds, pins, plates, hydraulic components, etc., blah, blah, blah. And then right here, you see the second paragraph, change the hydraulic filter after the first 5 hours, and then after each 100 hours following. Change hydraulic oil every 400 hours, Mobile 1, 5W40 oil required. So today we really only just need to change the filter itself. We don't need to do a full-blown oil change. That can wait until the first 100 hours. Cardinal also sent this nice diagram inside of the user manual. You can see all the various parts and descriptions over here. So you can see here number 30, hydraulic oil tank, located right there on the side of the Mule. So we'll walk over to that side. And that is right here. First things first, I'm going to steal my wife's car and go pick up some oil and an oil pan. Alright, so I just picked up my drip pan from Walmart real quick, and then also some of this Mobile 1 5W40 oil. You can see right there. And then you can see the actual hydraulic oil filter is up in here. So I need to take this off. The next step, using this 13mm socket. Now, the only thing somewhat tricky about this is where the hydraulic filter is actually located. You can't just pop this piece off, as this is one larger piece that is welded on in several spots. So you just got to kind of, reach in this tight little space to get the hydraulic filter out of there. But this is only hand tightened, so it should unscrew pretty easily. Now, before I reach in there and untighten that and take that off, I just want to show you what Cardinal sent and the exact hydraulic oil filter that you can replace it with in the future. So it's this 10 micron Premier Filtration 1551 hydraulic oil filter. As you can see, it's got instructions right on it there to hand tighten this only. It says right here, replace every 100 hours. Obviously Cardinal, there's the phone number there. You can purchase these online anywhere, but you can obviously order them right from Cardinal too and have them ship them to you. They're great. I've ordered a lot of parts from Cardinal over the year. They don't have a site where you can order the parts, but you can just give them a call. Their customer service is great. Their shipping's fast. And I actually do take it back. They do associate with a few vendors where you can order stuff like this online. But again, in a lot of cases, just because they're so great, I give them a call and they have the part to me really quick. You can see what the top of this looks like. So you can see that obviously where you pour in all the oil. Now, as you can see how that's located, you're going to be putting it in like this. So normally I would recommend filling this all the way to the top with new oil when you're just replacing the hydraulic filter. But in this case, I'm probably not going to do it all the way to the top, just because when I turn it sideways in there, I'm going to be losing a lot of the oil. Now hopefully you guys will be able to see this okay. It's kind of hard to get in here and have this camera here, but I'm going to obviously hand untighten that and then put the filter down in my drip pan as quickly as I can. As you can see, since it's laying horizontally, it's probably gonna be pretty messy. I've got this little towel here to try and help with that as much as I can. Set that down in there. It's got a nice little oil pan you can get at Walmart. All right, now this I'm probably gonna fill about, I don't know, 1/2 to 3/4. As you can see that since I gotta lay it sideways, that you lose a decent amount of oil when you put it on there. Normally I would totally recommend that you always fill it to the top, because a lot of these filters get applied vertically like this, but in this case we're gonna be putting it on like that, and therefore we're gonna be losing some of the oil. Now, I am by no means a mechanically inclined person. You know, I don't do a lot of stuff myself. I typically hire a lot of stuff, but this is a really easy job. So one thing I recommend, if you're uncomfortable doing something, don't be afraid to ask AI for a little bit of help. Right over here is a quick example of the conversation I had with ChatGPT about this. And her answer. Just to provide you guys an example, I've never actually changed an oil filter where it was sideways like that, and I was a little bit concerned about not filling this up all the way with oil by creating some air pockets. So I asked AI real quick to help me make myself more comfortable with doing this. Now when you pour this in there, it's going to settle a little bit, so you need to pour in there a few times. All right, I have this about 3/4 full now, and I rubbed some oil here on top of the gasket here, so it's nice and lubed up top. So I'm just gonna pull the towel quick and try to reapply as quickly as I can, or reinsert and reattach. And do it with the camera in my way. Okay, so because of where this filter is located, I would definitely recommend having one of those filter tighteners next time, just so you can grip it better. It's hard to kind of get your hands in there to get it rotated and tight enough. But once you do, you know, get it as tight as you can with your hands, and just clean it up as best you can, and then watch to see if it's dripping at all. But if it's not, you know, just check it in a couple hours after the next couple hours of usage, and make sure it's not leaking, and you should be good to go. All right, guys, once you've finished up with all of that, confirm that your filter is no longer leaking and it's on there nice and snug. Be sure to fire it up and run it for a bit, and run all the hydraulics for a few minutes, just to give the system a chance to purge out any of the air left in the system. And then other than that, you're all set. Pretty easy job.